Hey, Mary Thompson, it's Brad Williams, and this is the Sketch My Story. Now, as a stand-up comic, you don't just do stand-up comedy, you oftentimes do other gigs to help pay the bills. Anything that you can do in the world of show business can help get your name out there, advance your career, and make some new connections. Well, one of these jobs that a lot of comedians oftentimes do is something called an audience warm-up person. Now, the audience warm-up person is for any live TV show that has a studio audience. Whenever they yell cut, or they're switching a shot, or they're setting up a new one, or something needs to be reworked or redone, they don't just sit the audience there in silence. They have a comedian start telling jokes, tell stories, play games, throw candy at them, whatever they can to keep the audience hyped, to keep them entertained. So when the actual show comes back, they're still in that mode of being entertained. They're still a hot audience. It's a really difficult job to do because you never know when you're going to start and you never know when you're going to finish. You may be on for 30 seconds as they fix one thing. You may be on for 20 minutes as they're completely rewriting a scene. You have no idea. No one tells you. You just keep talking. So I got a job as the audience warm-up guy for a TV show called Hulk Hogan's Wrestling with Celebrities. Sounds real glamorous, right? Well, let me tell you about it. It was on the country music channel, and it was exactly what it sounds like. Hulk Hogan teaches celebrities how to wrestle. And when I say celebrities, oh my God, I mean the cream of the crop celebrities. Stallone was there, right? Sylvester? No. Frank Stallone. Frank Stallone was one of the celebrities. Nikki Ziering, do you know who she is? Me either. She was one of the celebrities. Rest in peace, Dustin Diamond. He was one of the celebrities. Todd Bridges was one of the celebrities. What you talking about, Willis? Not that guy. The other guy, Todd Bridges. He was one of the celebrities. Erin Murphy from Bewitched. I don't know what she did on Bewitched. She wasn't Samantha. She didn't twinkle her nose. I don't know what she did, but she was on it. And she was also on Hulk Hogan's Wrestling with Celebrities. Trishelle from The Real World. Dennis Rodman. Danny Bonaducci. As you can tell, only the A-list for Hulk Hogan's Wrestling with Celebrities. We were hobnobbing with some real stars here. So, the day of the taping is actually in a wrestling ring. They're having matches with the celebrities, and my job is to entertain the people in between the matches. Hulk Hogan's there, along with a couple other wrestlers that they are judging, and they're going to give critiques. Cool? Great. So, a match stops. They say, Brad, get in here. I run into the wrestling ring. I start telling some jokes. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I run up on the turnbuckle. I do some stuff on the ropes. It's fun. Also, the ropes aren't rubber bands. They are elevator cables. They hurt. I'm saying that because I still have bruises. Now, in the audience, I'd planted my friend Ozzy. Ozzy's been my buddy since high school. Here's a photo of us wearing NWO t-shirts. That's a wrestling faction. Yeah, high school Brad. Sexy, huh? Either way. So Ozzy runs in, and he starts heckling me and telling me how much I suck. And I say, oh, you think this is easy? Why don't you try? I hand him the microphone. I only told 3 people that I would do this. And then Ozzy starts talking on the microphone. He sucks, tells some really bad jokes, some offensive jokes. The audience starts booing him. Ozzy gets frustrated, turns, and with the microphone, pops me in the head. Yeah, hit me in the head. Everyone freaks out. Everyone screams. Everyone thinks it's for real. Then I get up, and we start having a little pro wrestling match. We do a little lockup. We throw each other across the rope, do some clotheslines, stuff like that. It ends with me body slamming Ozzy, going up to the top rope and doing a frog splash on top of him. A ref slides into the ring, counts 1, 2, 3. The place explodes like they just saw The Rock against John Cena. All right, place goes nuts. And now they're ready to start. They're ready to start the show again. But Hulk Hogan stops them and says,
"No, brother, we're not starting the show yet. I want to talk to these guys."
And he calls me and Ozzy up. We've never met Hulk Hogan before. We're both huge fans, as most wrestling fans are. And Hulk Hogan, he says,
"Man, brother, you guys are like the wrecking crew out there."
Talks to us for a while and really provides a really great memory. Ends up taking a photo, and look at that. Look at the pure joy on a young Brad Williams' face. There's Ozzy, there's me, there's Hulk Hogan, looking, well, not so entertained. But it was a great story. I loved it. One of the best moments of my life, and that was Sketch My Story. Thank you very much.
Join me now for laughs with comedian Adrian Davidson, sharing his nightmare job dressing up as Captain America for a kid's birthday party. And thank you, Brad, so much for sharing your story.